My advice to black people, when a white man calls you the N-word, just call him gay. And when you call him gay, don't call him gay like you wonder if he is. Call it like you know he is. He says he's Nigerian. He came to our Passover event with a white woman, so we kicked them all out.
Oh.
I don't think nobody's
better than Jay Dyer, Andrew Wilson.
Jay Dyer is a child. Like, he's a child that wears a short helmet when he goes to school. That's why, because I can't say the R word.
All right, guys, got him back on. God damn, you pissed a lot of people off last time.
That's a good thing then.
Man, I couldn't believe some of the comments.
I was looking at some of the comments, man, and they was extremely mad about the Tom Hanks reference, about the gay reference, about black people, white people more gay than us. It was a lot. I mean, but the truth hurts. Sometimes if you can actually get the minutia out the way of your feelings and just listen to what's saying and think about it, I don't think nobody would be offended. Like when white people say true stuff about my people, even if it's offensive, if it's true, it's true.
Really?
I mean, if it's true, it's true. I mean, what can I say?
Okay.
I won't defend wrong. If it's wrong, it's wrong, no matter what the race is.
I feel that.
I may give a perception or a position on how it got there, but I wouldn't justify it either.
Yeah.
So that time, I think that what got white people mad the most, that Tom Hanks reference, because it had everything in there. It had child molestation, and it had Love and Whores, it had all of that.
Well, that's white people's favorite movie, too.
Yeah, that's why it bothered. Think about that.
Yeah, Forrest Gump. Every white person loves that movie. They got it in their top 5.
Yeah, and think about that. And that's one of the nastiest white movies ever made.
Oh, man. All right, Chud the Builder. He's currently on a $1.25 million bond. Do you think that's too much money?
No. Listen, man, I thought it was only going to be like $50,000.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't even think the charge was going to be attempted murder. Because Chud, you know, he's a white guy that's obviously has a sexual deviancy that I'll explain what I mean by that. But I didn't think that he would get the way that they presented it when it first came out was almost like he was defending himself. And then if not for the other camera angles, I think this would be another case of a white man getting away with harming a brother. But I was exceptionally surprised that his bail was so high. And I'm going to tell you why I think his bail was so high. Before I do that, I think Chud represents two things. Chud represents a fear that black people have over a word that they should stop having. Now, I don't believe any white person should call me the N-word, ever, under no circumstances. But if a white person was to call me the N-word, it's not going to put me in a state of fear or shock or anything like that. I'll just respond in kind verbally, the same way he's responding in kind verbally, because you can't assault somebody over a word.
Yeah.
But black people have been so galvanized, and they believe, if you believe that you're the N-word that the white man is calling you, it will put you in a state of shock. I don't know what to say.
Right.
My advice to black people, when a white man calls you the N-word, just call him gay and a pedophile. Again, and when you call him gay and a pedophile, don't call him gay and a pedophile like you wonder if he is. Call it like you know he is. Like, say something, man, your wife was just calling me, telling me, how can we get Chud to stop getting pegged in his behind? How can we stop him from molesting children? And when you talk like that, you're going to get into his soul, into his spirit. So now the way he's attacking you verbally is the way you can attack him verbally. Now, if he attacks you, now you're self-defending. Because his whole goal as a masochistic white man, which is what Chud was, when we found out that, and I don't know if you know this, but when we found out that he was getting pegged in his ass by a black woman, by a black trans woman,
wow,
that also says a lot. Because if he goes from getting pegged by a black man to now having black people try to attack him for saying the N-word, and he's masking it behind First Amendment rights, when really that's his sexual fetish.
Right.
His fetish was getting abused by black people by calling him the N-word, and then they attack me, and then the gun is his safety. You know, like when people is in them sadomasochistic relationships, they have a code word to stop.
Yeah.
Like if they getting so abused. That gun represents his code word. So that's his code word. So he shot that man because that man, first of all, he told him he was a war veteran, suffered from PTSD, and he didn't want to be a part of it. And yet, Chud still pressed forward. So when they get into the physical altercation, that's when he pulls out the gun and then he shoots him. That is typical white behavior. White people think that they can do anything to us. So you have to be able to defend yourself spiritually, mentally, sometimes physically, but verbally is the first place that you defend yourself. And you could tell he had enough sense to know who to test and who not to test. Like I saw him call somebody the N-word at a gas station and the cat knocked his head off his head. He didn't do nothing to him because he knew that one is not going to do anything to him. So I think it was premeditated because there was a tweet that they found that he had tweeted on May 7th, that said he was going to shoot a chimp and get off and incite black people.
Jeez.
And on the subject of chimps, let me piss white people off even more. On the subject of chimps, I don't know why white people insist on calling black people monkeys or chimps when white people look like that. When you skim down, if you were to take a white man and take his beard and all his mustache and just look at his mouth and look at that chimp's mouth, that's the same mouth. It's not a different mouth. Like, black people's lips are full.
Right.
Their nose is full. Their face is full. White people's lips is flat. White people got the flat monkey lips. Like, that's why black people, y'all got to know how to fight against these white people, man. You getting mad because they calling you a monkey? Why? Listen, they would never find us. If they described a black person looking like a monkey, they would never find us. But if we describe a white man looking like a monkey, they find a lot of them. So they gotta really look at the psychology of it. So now you see that he premeditated shooting this person. Not saying premeditated shooting this one in particular, but shooting a black person was on his agenda of fame. And now it looked like it's backfired.
Yeah.
And it didn't just backfire for him, it backfired for white supremacists. Because you'll notice like the Nick Fuentes and individuals like that are not standing with Chud, because what Chud did from a white supremacist standpoint is he made, what they call it, black fatigue, term black fatigue, he increased it. Because now black people, so now I'm speaking from a white supremacist angle.
Yeah.
Now black people have a legit argument to further push white people attacking them for no reason. At a time where white supremacists might think that it could go away. Now he just brought it back, which is why I think that bail is $1.2 million. Because I think them white people in Indianapolis is mad that he did that to a black person and was wrong. If it was reversed, he wouldn't be in jail.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's in jail, the fact that they're saying they're going to stop the crowdfunding money that he raised, and so he got to get money from somewhere else. And here's another thing that white supremacists don't like. He begging a Jewish man to get him out of jail. So now Chud is begging Aiden Ross. I've seen the video if you don't have it. So there's an audio that this podcaster, I don't know what his name is off the top of my head, but Flacco was doing this commentary, and he playing this video of this podcaster, and the podcaster, white people are so diabolical. So the podcaster wants us to believe that this is a First Amendment issue. And the podcaster is saying, black people, if you want your rights protected, then you got to stand with us on this issue because this is a First Amendment issue. This is not a First Amendment issue. This is an issue of a white man shot a black man because he's black and he's in jail for attempted murder. This is not a First Amendment issue, so we're not going to stand with that. And then he has Aiden Ross where he tells Aiden Ross that I will box for you for free if you can help get me out of jail. That's crazy work.
So he's going to get Aiden's lawyer probably.
Well, Aiden, from what I saw in the video, at least, Aiden said F no.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Aiden said no. He's not going to help him.
Shout out to Aiden because, I mean, he usually takes people that have been canceled and gives them a platform. Brand risk boxing.
But when you think about it, this ain't really a canceling thing because cancel is like if you say something. Like true freedom of speech being violated, like we take advantage of that. Like my organization, ISUPK, Commander Jenny Hanna has taught us how to utilize free speech to when we go in the corners and we say the things that we say what free speech says, I could do it. So I could see Aiden saying if they was trying to shut Chud the Builder down for saying the N-word, and Aiden supported that, and you say like he supports people with cancer, I could see that. But Chud's not being shut down for saying the N-word. He's being shut down because he shot a black man who was a war veteran who did not want to participate in his games. I wish the war veteran had a weapon and would have shot him in the knee.
Yeah.
Because I saw this in Virginia. I'll send you this video too. In Virginia, there was a contest. This is all white people. Just so everybody they'll accept it more when it's all white people. So in Virginia, there was this guy, he's at a register. And so two YouTubers, they come up with the phone and they're putting the phone in his face. And he says, get the phone out of my face. I don't want to be filmed. Mm-hmm. And they kept putting it in his face. And he calmly pulled out his gun and shot him right in the knee. Of course, he gets arrested. He gets charged, but he was found not guilty because I guess, that was his way of defending his space. Now, that is something that you would stand by. But the stand by or justify if America is supposed to be anti-racist, nobody should stand with Chud, the builder, for shooting him because he was black. Nobody should.
We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's not looking good. It's really not.
Listen. I've seen white people do things to black people, get no indictment, get found not guilty, don't get charged. I remember Kai Gurley in Brooklyn, New York. The Asian officer was found guilty of killing him, and Kai Gurley was just coming down his hallway in the projects. He didn't commit no crime. The Asian guy, I think they was looking for somebody. He got scared of him just coming down the stairs, shot and unalived him. They found him guilty, and the prosecutor told the judge to give him no time. So,
damn.
Yeah, I would never trust this system.
Yeah.
That's why black people think we paralegals, because we have to come up with ways to try to fight the system because the system don't stand for us.
I feel that, man.
The system don't rock with us at all. So, we'll see how it plays out. So I'm not sure.
We'll see. I did want to.
Where you say this water from?
That's from New Zealand.
Boy, this
like
New Zealand. Yeah, and I don't even like sparkling water, but this water good as hell right here.
Shout out to Auntie Pose, man. Stocking up the studio. I did want to ask you about this because you've debated this guy. So God Logic, have you seen his lawsuit?
God Logic got a lawsuit?
He's getting sued.
Oh, he's getting sued?
Yeah. Have you seen this?
No, who's he getting sued? God Logic.
Yeah, I'll fill you in.
That's one of the nicest Christians. I like God Logic. That's one of the nicest Christians I know. Who's suing God Logic?
I'll fill you in on what happened. So he debated this Muslim called Muhammad Hajib. Muhammad Hajib. Do you know who that is? Hijab? I don't know, but so he smoked him. So the guy sent him a copyright on YouTube to take the video down, and then I guess it worked. So he's basically suing God Logic, and he took his video down. But
first of all, I want to say. God Logic is horrible against me. Like I beat him in his own house.
Damn.
Yeah, I went to his house, smoked him in his own house. Dead serious. So and that's why I said like I like God Logic. Like outside of debates, he and I have a decent enough relationship. So when I was in Vegas, he knew I was in Vegas, invited me to his home, we debated, and then I beat him. But I'm confused because now I say that to say I think he's the best Christian I've ever debated.
Really?
The best.
Wow.
I don't think nobody's
better than Jay Dyer, Andrew Wilson.
Jay Dyer is a child. Like he's a child that wears a short helmet when he goes to school. That's why, because I can't say the R word. So he's a child that wears a short helmet to school. He's better than Sam Shimon. If I had to rank him, I would put God Logic up there, Inspiring Philosophy. He's another good one. He's a white guy for those that think I'm biased. So that's God Logic and Inspired. I like them too.
Yeah.
But God Logic is an expert at beating Muslims. He's beating Muslims like left and right.
Yeah.
Like it's nobody's business. I mean, he gets threats because he's beating them.
Yep.
Sheikh Utman, the cat that you had in there, he's ducking him.
Yep.
If I can say, when we talk about Muhammad, police be upon him. I know they don't like that, but, that's what it is. And so, but if he took the video down, why is he still suing him?
So God Logic didn't take the video down. The guy sent him a copyright strike.
Right. I'm saying, right. So you get the copyright strike.
Yeah.
And so you have to take the video
down. But God
right?
Logic's still talking about it. He's still talking about beating him.
Why he can't talk about it?
Yeah, but he doesn't like that. So this Muhammad Hajib.
Muhammad shouldn't debate no more. Muhammad's a bitch. Muhammad's a bitch. That's what we call a bitch ass nigga. Like, why are you that? Why take a debate if when you lose now you already got the video down? He gonna lose that lawsuit. God Logic. I'm gonna pray for you, bro.
Well, shout out to God Logic. He did a GoFundMe and he raised $30,000 in like a couple hours. So
and so like when you say sue, like sue for how much?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the details, but man, could you imagine losing a debate and then suing the other guy though?
No, I can't. I don't lose debates, so I don't know what that feels like. I don't know what that feels like to lose and say anything. I don't know that feeling. But apparently, wild Muslims will do that to you.
Has that happened to you where you beat someone so bad they took the debate down?
Vocab Malone.
Oh, he took it down?
The reason why I won't entertain Vocab Malone ever in life is because I went on his live stream. We're debating back and forth. So content is content. Like even when I film with you, you haven't complained about me using the content. No. And so I take the video and I put it on my channel. And of course he lost. Mm-hmm. And he didn't do the strike. Well, it came as like a warning. If I didn't take the video down, I would get a strike.
Got it.
And I didn't respect that because there's things that I've done for Vocab when he wanted certain things done, when he asked if I can get in contact with. So there's things that I've done with him and him being a white guy, and I still did things for him. So I didn't like that he gave me a strike. Yeah. So I went through that, but I took the video down, but I keep talking about it. Yeah. And I told him to his face, like I think I called him a bitch to his face. Yeah, I'm different.
I don't respect that though.
Yeah, I don't respect that at all.
You gotta own up to it.
You gotta own up to it. Like even even when you have debates, every debate that you have, there's gonna be a spot where you might not look good.
Right.
Where you might have answered the question wrong. Like I've had that. Like I've not answered the question right.
Yeah.
And so people get their viral clip where they say, look, I got cap here, I got cap there. Mm-hmm. I ain't never told nobody, hey, take that video down. I ain't never put no strike on the channel. I ain't never did nothing like that. It didn't make no sense to me to do it. Just
I feel that.
Let it do it. Yes, I don't respect the Muslims. But I ain't surprised because the Muslims been on God Logic for a minute.
Yeah.
I told Logic he need to have some security with him.
You think they're violent like that?
Yeah.
Damn. Muslims?
Yeah. Muslims. I think there was a couple months ago, I think he was in a park or something like that, and some Muslims kind of walked up to him. So I told him, I said, you shouldn't go anywhere. Wow. You know, I advised him. Who knows if he listened to it or not. You
That's
know,
odd.
Christians, you know, they hard.
I mean, you piss a lot of people off. Do you feel like you need to roll with security ever?
It's our protocol, even if I didn't piss nobody off.
Really?
In our school, we always take shamar. We call it shamar security for us so that they can, because I'm debating, I'm not watching.
Right.
So they're the ones watching. That's what shamar means. Shamar means watch. So we always take somebody with us.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That's smart. Yeah. You think about what we say. We say way more crazier shit than God Logic. That Muslim wouldn't want to talk to me.
No.
You see, Sheikh Uthman almost ended the debate when I said police be upon him.
He almost called it.
He almost called it.
That was a good one, bro. I want to set you guys up again.
Yeah, I would like to. We were supposed to, and this is how I know I beat him because we were supposed to do something again, but he won't contact me back.
No way.
No, I've texted him, I've called him, and he won't contact me back. So when you speak to him again, you tell him exactly what I said. That's how he know he lost.
He hasn't done a debate since that one.
Damn,
it's been a while.
That bad.
Yeah.
And then that one, I couldn't even attack him. I felt like I misunderstood when you sent me, like you didn't do anything wrong, but when you sent me the subject, I misunderstood it. I looked at it as, is the Bible the word of God? Like it was going to be an offense defense, but really it was all me on defense, him on offense.
That's true.
So I had to work a way to make him talk about that Quran, which I did, but he won't. I mean, I would love for him to debate, but it just got to be.
Yeah, you didn't get any crossfire on your end.
No, I couldn't because of the way the title was. So I had to take every question he had, and the only thing I could do was get to talk about Muhammad and Aisha.
Yeah. And that worked.
Yeah, that worked. That worked wonderful. That worked wonderful. Because then they get to show, like, for all the righteousness they say in the Quran, you can still sleep with a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Who apparently that was her second courtship. So she had already courted one man before Muhammad. So they just passing around little kids like left and right.
It's nuts. Why do you think Islam's the fastest growing religion right now?
Because I think the humans want to have some type of spirituality. And I think Christianity is failing so much from finding out about child molestation and gay. Like in New York, the Roman Catholic Church just settled almost $1 billion.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll send you the link for that too, because I did a story on it. Like, they just got finished selling almost $1 billion for victims of child molestation.
Jeez.
So you got people looking at the Christian church and seeing the hypocrisy in it. And they just haven't studied or looked at the Quran enough to know that it has nothing to do with the Bible, but because they talk about Allah and God and Jesus and he's a prophet and stuff like that, it seems like the easy transition to kind of keep your spirituality. But then once you get into Islam and start seeing all the bullshit with that, you'll leave that too. But I think that's why it's one of the fastest growing. It's looked at as the more disciplined one, even though they just as savage.
Yeah.
When you go to the sub-Saharan, like they always like to talk about the transatlantic slave trade and the Spanish Inquisition, the doctrine of discovery, but they don't ever talk about the sub-Saharan slave trade. A lot of Africans are Muslims because of slavery. Because of the sub-Saharan slave trade. Because the Muslims was out there slaying and unaliving people left and right and pretty much doing the same thing as Christians. But first, people forget about that part of history. So that's really what it is. The same way we're Christians through the sword is the same way a lot of these people are Muslims is also through the sword. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah, I didn't know a lot of Africans are Muslims.
Yeah, a lot of Africans. Well, Africans is probably, if they ain't Christian, they Muslim. Like Christianity, I think is still number one. Muslims is number two, but it's rising because Christianity is so flawed.
Yeah. Is your stuff growing pretty quick too?
Being an Israelite?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this joint jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's popping right now?
Yeah. Like the past, I want to say maybe like the past 4 years, it has really been. I think the more that the internet has caught up with us, or social media has caught up with us. Like being an Israelite, black people waking up to being an Israelite, you'll start seeing it in the 1800s. My organization was founded in 1969, so we've been teaching this since that long. But in the past couple of years, getting on the different platforms has exposed us, and it starts off as curiosity first.
Right.
So I had like Tyler Oliveira want to come by. I had I can't remember.
That one guy, Fred, came by. I texted you.
Yeah, Fred came by. So a lot of people, the curiosity they want to see. Like, are we as crazy as the videos look? Yeah. And then when you talk to us and see, oh, they ain't as dumb as I thought, now more people want to communicate with us. So like the past 4 years, I've seen it jump. I just kicked this, what's it, Thurl Dez? He's well, he says he's Nigerian. He came to our Passover event with a white woman, so we kicked them all out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn. You didn't let him in?
Yeah. Well, we was going to let him in, but I told him his fake white girlfriend, because he told us it was his girlfriend. But when they get there, we find out that she's just a content creator, too.
Ah, damn.
So then I tell him, I said, well, we got to put her out. I said, if you want to stay, we'll let you stay. So he was like, okay, cool. So when we go to kick her out, he jumps in front of us and says, I'm not letting you put my white girl out. And so I told Ishayala to scoop him up and get him up out of there. So he scooped him up. So he knew we was going to put him out. Yeah. But he didn't know we was going to scoop him up. So when we scoop him up, that's legit. Like his facial reaction to that is a pure reaction. So they scoop him up and then we threw him out.
So you don't allow any white people on the property?
Nah.
Wow.
Nah. If your daddy white, you can't. Now, if your mama's white but your daddy is one of us, then that's fine. But if your daddy's a white person, or not an Israelite, I'll say it. So if your daddy's African or something like that, you can't.
How do you verify that?
We ask them. Oh,
so you just trust their word?
Not always, because sometimes, like, if we ask them, we gauge it, by the way they act, the way they look, maybe their mannerisms. People may not understand when I say this, but we gauge it by the spirit, too. So if I can look at their spirit, I can tell sometimes. Like, there was one time this African came to my school, and he was like, I'm Jamaican. I didn't believe him. But one of the men that outranked me said, no, let's see. And we bring him up in there, and I ended up throwing him down the stairs because he like jumped up, talk about I rebuke y'all or something like that.
Holy crap.
So me and General Haas, we grabbed him and threw his ass down the stairs and got him up out of there.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you have like a sixth sense, you could tell sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
You look at their spirit.
Yeah, you gauge their spirit. So like if they say they're not white, you just start talking about white people enough. If they say they're not African, you start talking about African people enough. It ain't that hard. It ain't magic like that to find out, but you can find out. It's not that hard. Yeah.
Who are you debating next? You gonna debate 607 Unk again?
Yeah, I think it's either 607 or Big Homie.
Big Homie? Ooh, that'd be a good one.
It's not going to be that good.
I actually like Big Homie, to be honest. He's a good dude.
Yeah, Big Homie's a good dude, but people don't understand, like, when it comes to debate, I think people have a concept of debating, but not knowing what it really is. So Big Homie, he probably think he's going to do well, but he's going to fail bad. I try to treat him a little differently because he's a brother. I'll be like, hey, you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the next one I got coming up. 607, when I sat with 607 the first time, it was interesting because I thought it was going to be really a debate, but then when he was talking, I was like, okay, I understand what he's saying, but I didn't know why he was saying it that way. So then I became his translator. You know, like if a deaf person can't talk, so they do the hand signs and if somebody so he was deaf, and I just became his translator. And it kind of made for a good enough connection. So we are going to do a part 2, and we'll just see how it goes. And I'm cool. So I'm at a point where if you ain't battling me, then I'll just have a conversation.
You'll be nice.
But if you begin to battle me, because I turn into a different person when it's battling, because debating, I have to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, I have to break you. I
saw that.
Yeah, I have
your debate
to
with the Sheik, you were a different person.
Yeah, like if we're in debate mode, I'm not nice. I'm not kind. I'm an asshole. I'm an antagonist. I'm on offense. I'm on defense. I'll play dumb. I'll make you think you're smart. I do all of that in one debate. So it's a whole different mood. And not up until this point, nobody's been able to handle it.
I feel
all the way. Yeah.
What's the most heated it's got with someone?
There was a cat. He's in jail now for PDF.
Oh, you said this last time.
Yeah. He acted like he wanted to fight one time.
Damn.
Yeah, so we tested that.
Oh yeah, you threw hands after?
No, we didn't. I just said if you want to cross the rope, you know, cross the line, and he didn't want to do that.
I want to do a reparations debate with you, but I feel like it might get too heated.
Reparations debate?
Yeah. Did you see the one I just did with Austin?
With that white boy?
Yeah.
I would love to have that conversation with that white boy. Austin is terrible.
He's too nice.
Well, he's too dumb. Like what it is. And this is the thing about debates. You can't be afraid of being offensive in a debate. So I get why you're saying too nice. And if you have if you battling a white person on the subject of reparations and you love white people, it's gonna be hard to have that conversation.
Right.
Because you have to go for the jugular. And what that white guy did, that white guy had no problem going for the jugular.
Facts.
So if you're not willing to go there with your opponent, then don't get in the ring with that opponent. If I'm not willing to go wherever place he's going, then I should not get in that ring. If I know he's gonna be an utter savage and I'm trying to be nice and I think being cool gonna get it, no, because as he's being a savage and I come, well, you can't really say that like that. You know, I'm gonna look bad.
100%.
Yeah, so I would love to have that conversation.
I'll set it up.
That reparations.
Yeah, Austin, I felt like he was holding back. He's got a lot of white friends. He's half white, I think, anyways. So.
Oh, I didn't know he was half white.
Well,
but
he
you
looks
can't
like
be
it. He's
afraid.
light-skinned. But,
yeah, you can't be afraid to offend. And if your white friends don't understand, and here's the crazy part, when this is what black people suffer from. Black people be trying to think about white people's feelings when they have conversations, but white people are never thinking about our feelings when they have conversations. No. Listen, there's nobody that loves white people more than black people. Nobody. Nobody that loves America more than black people. Then nobody loves more than black people. White people. Now, if we can transition that love to our own people, it'd be absolutely amazing.
That clip went viral when you said black cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want that.
Yeah, because it would be great. Now, and the thing about it is, I wonder if they're pissed at the black city or if they're more pissed that their city would be shit.
Good point. A lot of them were commenting like you already have them, but they're hoods. You know, they were
Those not our cities, though.
Yeah.
But when I'm saying our city, the policing of that city, absolute taking care of. Like when they talk about their hoods, right? You notice in two cities, you have two different areas. They call it suburbs and they call it urban.
Right.
The urban is more where we're at. The suburban is more where white people are at. But the police, the governor, the mayor is responsible for both cities, whether it's urban or suburban. It's responsible for the same city. So if the policing is better in the suburbs, but it's not better in the urbans, that's not our fault. That's not the community's fault. That's who's ever in charge of the community. So when I'm saying our own cities, I'm not talking about a city that's predominantly black. I'm talking about a city that's run by us the right way. If we I was looking at this, there was this stat on Instagram I was seeing, like in the early 60s or 70s, the Black Panthers had a breakfast program that I think went out to 45 different locations, where they was taking their own resources and funding and providing food and breakfast to children because of how important that is. If a child wakes up and they can't eat, you can't ask them to do anything because their belly is empty.
Right.
And the Panthers understood that. And the answer by the government was to infiltrate and destroy the Panthers.
Damn.
That's what I mean. Imagine if the Panthers were left alone, that breakfast program would have turned into a lunch program, would have turned into a dinner program, would have turned into other programs. And that's the threat. That's what I mean. So if you want to talk about black cities, let's talk about genuine black cities that we had and look at the destruction, and then look at the governmental replacement, and then what they did not do and what they allowed. So drugs is allowed in the urban areas. It's not allowed in the suburban areas. Who's controlling that? Because we're not.
Right.
Now, we're controlling it as far as accepting. And so when you take a people impoverished, they'll look at anything as survival. So drugs became the survival. The guns became the survival because we think that's all that we have, because that's all we have access to. But if those drugs and stuff would have stopped, if we would stop being systematically targeted, our cities would be just fine. So it's not about just black people being in the city. It's about who's taking care of the city at the same time.
Why do you think the government constantly targets the black community?
Because our rise is their fall.
So you think, so they think that the black people will accumulate and overtake the government? Not
even overtake. We wouldn't even bother y'all.
What do you mean?
When the Great Depression happened in the 1900s, that was only about white people. That was not about black people. That's another thing. Black people, I remember when the towers fell and we in a recession. I thought black people have been in a recession since we've been in America. But during the Great Depression in the 1900s, you had white people, it was very poor time. But black people, that's when we was building our cities. And even as we always talk about them black cities, you'll never hear about them trying to take over any other city. You'll never hear them trying to take over the government, do this, do that. The reason why the white man has that in his mind is because that's what he does. When the 13 colonies was established, the white man disguised himself as the Indians because he was a bitch. He didn't want to be a man and just do it, but disguised themselves as Indians, and they did the Boston Tea Party.
Right.
Then went to war with the Britons, and then won that war, established the 13 colonies. Then the southern states say, well, we got more slaves, they're men, we got more power than you. They wanted to separate. And so they had the Civil War. The South loses the war. They make the compromise of 3/5 of a man. And so now they continue. So the white man, because he thinks that way, he thinks we think that way. That's why. So when he see us grow them cities in like 20 to 30 years removed from slavery, that's an instant threat. When he see the education that we're able to develop, even athleticism that we're able to develop, the baseball leagues that we were able to develop, all of that is a threat to him because he's a capitalist. In order to capitalize, you have to capitalize against your enemies, against your opponents. We'll always be an opponent. There's a good book called The Black Image in the White Mind. It was written from 1814 to 1917. It's a 100-year book by Charles Fredrickson, I believe is the man's name. And in that book, he breaks down the history of black people and white people. And it says in there that we are like oil and water. America was never meant for us blacks to be free. It was always meant for us to be enslaved.
Wow.
And so now you're taking two people that live in two different directions and then now asking them to mesh together.
Yeah.
So we can't mesh together. We'll always be an enemy here. They'll give us a few tokens, like they gave that African president, because he's not black, he's African. They gave the African president. They'll give you the Black Caucus. They'll give you the NAACP. They'll give you things to pacify you, but they'll never give you true power.
Right.
Because if you get power, just like it's inspiring, like I think this is the 250th year coming up, right?
Yeah.
For America. You know how inspiring that is for white America?
Yeah.
That's for white kids to say this country been established for 250 years. It's inspiring. They can go read the stories. They can read about George Washington, what he did. They can read about all the different white heroes that they did, and it's inspiring for them to do better. If we had something inspiring for us to do better, the white man looks at it like we would think to dominate him. So that's why, because we're the threat. We're never not going to be a threat here at all. There's not one point in time that we'll live in this place that we won't be a threat.
Damn. Yeah, you're right, though. They'll give you some crumbs like MLK Day, Black History Month.
MLK Day, Black History, and then they'll take that shit. Like I don't like Martin Luther King at all.
Really?
No, hell no.
Why?
I don't think he liked himself. David Banner been getting a lot of flack. So David Banner was saying that he don't believe that Martin Luther King liked himself when he died.
Wow.
Because Martin Luther King made the statement, he feel like he leading his people into a burning bush.
I saw that.
Because, and I agree with David Banner 100%. Because what David Banner is trying to get people to see, if Martin Luther King makes that statement, then he's regretting what he's doing. And he's seeing the realization that I got my people kissing the white man's ass and we still not getting nothing. And then maybe thinking about what we had before we was kissing the white man's ass when we had something and regretting it. You got to get out of your feelings. So that's why I don't like Martin, because Martin, every time somebody like myself speaks this way, white people are going to bring up Martin and say, we got to bring like that. We got to speak like that. We got to speak togetherness. Even though with all that togetherness that Martin taught, he still was killed by a white man.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter. But then Trump, he don't want that MLK Day. He don't want Juneteenth. He don't want none of these days. So they'll never want us to fully be ourselves here. And it'll always be like that. So what we have to realize is that we should stop asking to get along with them. We shouldn't ask to not get along with them. We shouldn't ask them for nothing except to leave us alone. And when I say leave us alone, no drugs, no abortion clinics, no gay agenda, no none of that. And then just see how we would be if you stopped systematically oppressing us. Leave us alone for 10 years. And if we're not better, then go ahead and systematically oppress us and keep it up and say, hey, y'all, we gave y'all 10 years, y'all didn't do nothing. But I guarantee you, if they was to stop systematically oppressing us in 10 years, our cities, our communities, and everything would be better.
Wow. So that's what you're trying to do right now, basically, right?
Yeah,
with your community.
that's what I would prefer, yes.
Yeah.
So when we go into our communities, it's not about separating from white people in the sense that you can't live in a society, because even that's weak. It's weak to say that I can't work among white people. I can't be around white people. It's like I don't have the fortitude to do so. I can't be around them and do my job. They do their job, but then you support your people and I support your people. Yes, I can. But we have to get rid of that fear of them.
Yeah.
There's another video that I'm going to send you of this little black girl. I put this on my Instagram channel. This little black girl is in the park. And her mother put the video up. The little black girl's in the park and she's crying, and a white female officer is walking up to her. And the female officer is walking up to her and talking to her kind. She's not there to attack her. But the problem was when the cops came in there, that female officer included, and they were looking for somebody and running through, the little black girl put her hands up in the air, began to cry because she thought she was going to die because she saw the police.
Damn.
Now, remember, the police are supposed to protect and serve.
Yeah.
But the stigma that black people have of police, that they're going to kill us. And it's instilled in us at that young age. And that's why the mother put it up, to show the psychological trauma that we've experienced. Now, racist white people or people that don't have compassion would say, how long are we going to talk about this? If somebody actually listens, we have to keep talking about it because it keeps happening. If you want us to stop talking about it, stop letting it happen. And then when you talk about it, they can say, hey, man, we gave y'all the 10 years. Why you still talking about it? Hey, we did this. Why y'all still talk about it? We did that. Why y'all still talk about it? But there's nothing that they've done that's tangible enough for me to stop talking about it. So
yeah, it's generational trauma at this point.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, they did a test, 2 tests. One, they showed how slavery was in the DNA.
Wait, what?
Slavery was in the DNA, meaning that if you take a woman that's pregnant, she could pass anything hereditarily. Alcoholism could get passed down, high blood pressure, XYZ. trauma during that pregnancy can get passed down too. So they showed how the traumas of slavery would pass from the father to the mother, from the mother to the baby. And then that baby comes out with that trauma.
Damn.
Then they did this. I love talk about this part. It was the cherry tree and the mice test. They had this cherry. So imagine this is the cherry.
Yeah.
They put this cherry and they put these mice. I don't know how many mice they put in there, but they put these mice, and the mice would go to the cherry. Mice was eating the cherry, kept eating the cherry. And then what they did was they put a grate around the cherry that had an electric shock. And the electric shock didn't kill you, but it almost would kill them. And so them same mice that was going to the cherry tree start going to the cherry tree, but then they keep getting shocked. Keep getting shocked, keep getting shocked, keep getting shocked, keep getting shocked, keep getting shocked. And so then they removed the shock. They removed the shock, but the mice still wouldn't go to that cherry tree because what the test was showing is that it wasn't the shock that they was remembering now, it's the smell of the tree. So the smell of that tree, if they smelled that tree, they stayed away.
Wow.
Then they started mating the mice, but they were mating the mice with mice that had no memory of the tree. And so as they were mating the mice, the babies still wasn't going until the 5th generation.
Damn.
Of mating.
That's crazy.
That's how long they had to mate the mice before they would go to that tree again.
So if slavery was 100, 150 years ago, that makes sense. So people are still living with that trauma.
Still, because although the physical shackles are gone, the mental shackles is still there.
Right. And it'll still be there for 2 more generations.
It'll still be there. Yep. What I love about my organization is that we have taught our people to get rid of those mental shackles. So now, when the mental shackles come off of me, when I raise my children, I don't raise them with an inferiority to white people complex. I don't raise them to where, like, what white people may not understand, when black people raise their kids, inherently when a white person comes along, they make the kid sit upright. They make the kid behave.
That's true.
When they're around black families and stuff like that, the kids can act however they want. But when a white person comes around, they instantly make them sit upright.
Yeah.
When we're driving in the car with our kids in the car, if a cop car comes behind us because we're so racially profiled, we tell the kids, stop moving, as if kids now can't move in the car. We make sure the seatbelt is on. We make sure we at 10 to 2. We're driving a certain way. We're yes, sir. No, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Like that. But with our people, we're not. So we're teaching our children that I can act however I want with black people, but with white people, I have to be on my P's and Q's. Whereas in our school, we teach you to treat people how they deserve to be treated, no matter who they are. So we don't treat our children or myself, I don't treat white people cruel because they're white. If you deserve to be treated cruel, you will.
Okay.
If you deserve to have respect, you will. So that's how you get rid of that mental. So ISUBK is like the cure for that cherry tree.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you don't view white people a certain way?
I view them as the devil. I like when I make him laugh from the back.
Now, are there rankings, though? Because you got Asians, you got Europeans, you got American whites. Like, do you see them differently or all the same?
Yeah, the white man is the quintessential devil.
Damn.
Like the epitome. Like, because we could be devil, like black people could be devils. Like in the Bible, in John 8:44, Christ said, ye of your father the devil. He was talking to his own people when he said that. So this is not to say that I can't be a devil. Now, I'm not a devil. I'm just using it as an example. So when we say the devil, when you talk about somebody that personifies deception, thievery, murder, grape, PDF, war, violence, that is the white man. Now, after that, in my order, this is my order, I would put whites, Arabs, whites, Arabs, Africans, Asians, and then everybody else.
Oh, okay. So you got Asians above Africans.
Yeah. No. I got Africans above Asians.
Okay.
So it's whites, Arabs, Africans, Asians. That's my order.
Got it.
And I do the whites because that's obvious. The Arabs, because they also had us enslaved. They're just as diabolical. The Africans, they're the ones that sold us to the white man. And the Asians, they're the ones that take advantage of us in black communities and shit like that. So that's my order.
Asians do that?
Yeah, Asians come into our community and do everything.
Really?
The beauty supply store, the Chinese restaurants. Yeah, when our sisters go get their hair and nails done, it's an Asian doing that.
Isn't that good though? It's cheap.
No, I would rather that job. It's a job though. Think about the money that they make. So when a black person has her own nail salon store, pedicure shop, that money should be funneling into her.
Okay.
But we're not allowed to have those businesses. Like our businesses were sold. Like the white man used us. Like when the white man want to sell black people, he sells us the best way. He tells the other nations, "Oh, we're gonna put y'all in the black community, and you're gonna flourish." That's why East Indians can come into the town, the Arabs, the Chinese, they can all come into black communities. And we have to create things like buy black. You never heard Asians say buy Asian.
Yeah.
You never heard Africans say buy African. You never heard America say buy American. You don't hear that. You hear that with us because our businesses were targeted. Our businesses were destroyed.
Yeah.
So we're the cure for that. So we teach us to buy, and I'm not against buying from any business. If it's good, it's good. Like I don't think you should buy from a black business just because they black if it's trash.
Okay.
But if it's good, then you should support it.
But you'll pay extra knowing it's a black business versus a white-owned business?
Would I pay extra?
Yeah, for the same quality service?
Yeah, because I think we all pay extra. Like, because we pay by brand now. Brand makes it extra. Like, I just saw some people, what's that watch? What is it, APs?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, AP.
These motherfuckers was going crazy over an AP watch.
Yeah.
First of all, and this is what I mean by brand. First of all, entertainers were mad that AP was even making the watch.
Yeah, because it was cheap.
Because it was cheap. Because their goal was to floss. I got this AP watch, so it was like a status.
Yep.
So this goes to what I pay more for somebody else. I think we all pay more because you're paying for the brand as opposed to the shoe.
Right.
If the shoes are the same quality and you got a choice between Jordans and Shaqs, most people are buying Jordans. Even though Shaq made his sneaker that price, so you wouldn't be unaliving for the Jordans. Stephon Marbury is another brother. Stephon Marbury made his sneaker cheaper so that people wouldn't unalive. But people didn't want to buy Stephon Marbury's because it didn't cost.
Right, the brand.
Because we pay for the cost. We needed to cost that much money so when people see us, we have something. So that's what I want to point out. But that AP thing is crazy. And that goes to the psychology because people was lining up in the stores in droves. They riding, they fighting over a $300 watch. And then I heard they was marking the price up to like $1,000, $3,000. And then AP selling more of them. So it's not even like it's not going to become a classic item.
No.
They selling it.
No, that was dumb.
Yeah, they just selling it.
But people are hurting, man. The economy's terrible these days. I can't even fault them, honestly.
For buying, I'm a fault somebody for paying $3,500 for a $300 watch. I'm a fault.
Oh, that's dumb. No, I'm saying the people.
Oh, you talking about the people that are selling it?
That waited in line for a day and.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, I mean it's dumb, but the economy sucks right now, so I can't even be mad about it.
I would fault them for staying in line.
I mean, me and you wouldn't do it, but if you're broke, I guess.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you're broke, why wait in line for a watch that you can get when the frenzy's over? Like the frenzy's about to be over.
Yeah.
When the frenzy's over, you'll be able to get that watch on Amazon.
Well, probably one day, but for now they're selling it at 3x or whatever. So
that's fucking dumb.
Would it be me though? I'm not waiting.
No,
hell no.
No, I wouldn't do none of that.
I got a list of names here to end things off. I want you to say what comes to mind.
Okay. Wait, let me drink this water.
I got some fun ones here. Sexy Red.
A roach.
You don't like her?
No, but I pity her. I pity Sexy Red because Sexy Red represents. And I be wanting to like Sexy Red, but Sexy Red does things that makes me hate her.
Some people think she's a CIA op. I don't know if you've seen that.
If you call Sexy Red a CIA op, but you're not calling the label that she's on a CIA op, then you're slow. Because it's very easy to target Sexy Red. This is why I have a little bit of compassion for Sexy Red. Sexy Red is a poor black woman in the ghetto, just like we're all poor in the ghetto, and she wants to get out of the ghetto. So what access does she have? Because she has to be a miracle. In the black community, you have to be a miracle. When a black person goes to college, everybody celebrates it because you have to be a miracle. So she says, well, I'm gonna make this music because this is how I can make money, because I'm raised that this is the only way I can make money musically. This is the only music that'll sell. Now, who controls what music gets sold? The small hats. They control it. So why ain't the small hats the true psyop and then attack that? Because it's easier to attack Sexy Red. I'm not condoning her behavior. That's why I said she's a roach. I'm not condoning the things that she say. But if I had to stop Sexy Red, I'm not attacking Sexy Red. I'm attacking the corporation that made Sexy Red feel comfortable to do what she's doing.
I feel that.
Because if there was a corporation that said, we're not promoting that does not sell, then she would act differently. So the real psyop is the label that signed her. That's the psyop. She's not the psyop. But most people are afraid to attack and say that. So Sexy Red is the easy target.
Yeah. People want to attack a known face, right?
Right. They want to attack the weak one.
Right.
The strength is the small hats that's in charge. We should be talking against them. I don't see as much people talking about them as they talk about Sexy Red because she's easy to talk about.
Yeah. Kanye West.
Kanye West is probably my hero.
Wow.
In this regard. I hate Kanye West with them white women. So I want that on the record. But Kanye West is a hero of somebody that does it his way no matter what. In an age where, and lost billions.
Yeah.
Lost advertisement, lost friends, lost so much, but doing it his way was that important. And I think more should look at that. Like he had no problem talking about the small hats. He had no problem battling the small hats. He sacrificed his sneaker deal. He sacrificed so much. That's why he's a hero. Like he's an absolute hero and a treasure. I don't condone his sexual deviancy is what I call it for dealing. You deal with white women, you're a sexual deviant. But outside of that, what he does and how he does it, and you know he's everybody else's hero because when he went and performed, look at his stage shows.
Sold out.
Look at
LA.
his presence. Sold out. If they would have let him into Europe, he'd have sold out there.
Yep.
And what I said on this podcast that they ain't released it yet, that's some gay shit, but I ain't gonna say nothing. But what I had said was the reason why they won't let him perform in Europe, and the reason why is because they thought they defeated Kanye. They thought that they beat Kanye West enough to where, okay, we're going to let him perform, but he ain't going to sell out. And then they saw him sold out, and they were like, damn, he didn't miss a beat? We got to stop that. And so that's why Kanye West is a hero, is what I would call him.
Yeah, I agree. This one's an interesting one. You've been on a show, I think, Adam 22.
Adam 22, he's another masochistic freak-ass boy. That's a freak booty boy. He's gay too. Like, and when I'm saying gay, I ain't seen him do no gay shit. But if we was ever find out he did gay shit, I wouldn't be surprised.
No one would be surprised.
Yeah, because any man that would any man that wants to watch his woman get fucked by another man, you're gay.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. I think he knows how to run content. He filters out. I don't know if anybody pays attention, but outside of maybe core people that are employed by him, he knows how to flush in and out people. So he's good at what he does, but he's a gay, freaky ass boy.
Can't argue with that. Erica Kirk.
Erica Kirk is a useless prop.
Damn.
Like, she's useless. Like, what the fuck? Like, what was Erica before Charlie, except Charlie's wife? She was nothing. And Charlie was the face. Charlie was the one that galvanized America by battling college students. He was the one that spoke on various topics. He was a lightning rod for Trump and the whole 9 yards. And so when I say a faceless and useless prop, is because Charlie Kirk's death is the only reason they're using Erica. Erica don't have a personality. She don't know how to talk. She's just somebody that they throw out there to take advantage of Charlie Kirk's death. If I was her, I would sit my ass down somewhere. That's why the best content creator that I know of, Drewski,
yeah.
That's why he made a skit, because she's pointless. She's just a blonde bimbo.
Man, that thing went viral.
Yeah, that's it.
White face.
Yeah,
right?
that white face.
What do you think of white face?
I don't think it's white face like blackface. I think it's comedy. I compare what Drewski did. The best comparison for people to understand, and I'm going to use this so you can understand the difference. Blackface is derogatory.
How so, though?
Because blackface, when you think about blackface, that's when they had the Sambos, the Mammies. It was about making fun of black people in a animalistic way. That's what blackface is. But now, what Drewski did is comparable to what Robert Downey Jr. did in Tropic Thunder. You ever seen Tropic Thunder?
I haven't seen that one.
When you get a chance, watch Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr. played in the movie. So now in the movie, he's an actor. So he's playing an actor he's a white actor that because he's about to play a black person gets cosmetic surgery to blacken his skin, blacken his lips, get an afro to go play this black man in a movie. And when I tell you, it's one of the funniest roles I've seen, that's what it is. Robert Downey Jr., that was not blackface. That was comedy. What Drewski did was comedy. What the Wayans brothers did with white chicks, that's comedy. Right. What Eddie Murphy did, that's comedy. So there's a comedic way that you can actually do it where it's not blackface. So, and that's why I'm using that so nobody could say that I didn't agree with Robert Downey Jr. I did. I thought it was the funniest shit ever.
Right.
When he's like, you people. He said, what do you mean, you people? Like the shit was funny as hell.
That makes sense. So
when it come to what Drewski did, that's not whiteface. That's just comedy. And Drewski has done comedy for everybody.
Everyone.
And here's how you know people are in their feelings. Nobody said Drewski was wrong when he was the white hillbilly. Drewski did a comedy sketch where he was a white hillbilly, and if you didn't know it was Drewski, you'd have thought it was a white man.
Yeah.
He sat there. The white man went through the drive-through, rode through, I think, some raceway, was talking to other white people, drank with white people that don't even know, unless that's part of the skit. I didn't even think. He did the shit so good, I didn't even think that the white people that he was drinking with knew he was white. That's how good he did it, and nobody cared. It's because it's because of a white woman. It's because it's a white woman, and it's because it was Charlie Kirk's wife that they try to make a big deal out of. But the shit is phenomenal.
I agree.
Yeah.
Two more. Jesse Lee Peterson.
Jesse Lee Peterson getting too old. That's what I would say. But Jesse Lee Peterson is somebody that he's probably the greatest coon on YouTube. Definitely
he is a troll.
I mean, and when I say troll now, if you want to talk about original troll, you got to put Jesse up there. I've seen Jesse troll everybody. Like, I had the opportunity to be on his platform, and I think I watched probably 25 of his videos beforehand, so that I could be mentally prepared for his troll.
So you knew he was going to troll.
Yeah, I knew it was going. I knew it was going to be a troll. I had to answer the questions fast. He was going to play dumb, but he's not dumb. One of my favorite episodes is when he got the gay man to lead the show, because he asked that gay man, "Are you the husband or the wife?" And he got him to leave. So, but I think he's the greatest coon. But he's also an excellent troll. He's one of the original first trolls when you talk about on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's what I think.
Shout out to him. This one's interesting. I want to see how you answer this one. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is like, do I tear him down first or do I build him up, or what do I do with Michael Jackson? So Michael Jackson, right? If you just go with the entertainer Michael Jackson, there'll never be another Michael Jackson. They be talking about the Chris Browns and the R. Kellys, and as great as Chris Brown and R. Kelly is, they have limitations when it comes to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson owned black people, white people, Asians, Chinese. He can go to Bangladesh. He got Iranians loving him. When they go to the concerts, they got to have like 12 ambulances because these white bitches gonna pass out. Everybody, like Michael Jackson go on a stage and he does like this, the crowd goes crazy. They're crying, they're doing all. There will never be a Michael Jackson. There's nobody that can galvanize people like that, Michael Jackson. But all that said, he's weird as shit. He say he got vitiligo and the skin tones and changes and stuff like that. So there's definitely a downside. I hated the Michael Jackson movie because the Michael Jackson movie vilified Joe Jackson.
Is that his dad?
Yeah. And I don't think, you got to look at, Joe Jackson is raising the boys and girls, I think collectively was 9 or 10 kids maybe. Let's say 8. I'm going to just say 8, right? Let's say it's 8 kids. I think it's 9 or 10. He's raising them in Gary, Indiana, and he's made them all successful. All of their success is because of their father and their mother. And how do you vilify that in a movie and then make it seem like the white executives is saving Mike from Joe Jackson. Without Joe Jackson, there would be no Michael Jackson. There would be no LaToya Jackson. There would be no Janet Jackson. There would be no Jermaine. There would be none of that. So I hate the movie because they should never vilify it, but that's another example of what they do to black fathers, especially.
Hollywood.
Hollywood, they will always vilify black fathers. You have the PDF charges on Michael Jackson. So you got to always look at that when it comes to Michael Jackson. So every time, Michael Jackson, from an entertainer, I think he's the greatest entertainer ever. I don't think no entertainer, white or black, can top him at all, ever. But I think there's also some demons in dark. I think he called women fish. He was like, look at the fish. There's a video I saw when he called the women fish. He was talking about women's titties. So clearly he wasn't as clean cut as he say. And I don't know if them kids is his.
Damn.
I don't know about them kids being his, because it's one thing to say Mike got Villalago, but you saying them kids ain't got no blackness to them. So I don't know if them kids is his or some type of surrogacy or something like that. But I do think he's the greatest entertainer. But I'm not a Michael Jackson person.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about that dark side of him, and I think children should take a precedence over celebrity status. And so I don't know if I can exonerate him like that. I haven't seen enough to exonerate him. A grown man with children in the bed with you is some freaky ass shit.
That's weird.
And if it wasn't Michael Jackson, if it was Michael Jenkins, and you found out Michael Jenkins has children in the bed with him, you're going to say he's a pedophile.
100%.
So if Michael Jenkins is a pedophile, Michael Jackson is a pedophile. So that's
yeah. Well, dude, this was great. What's next for you, man?
I'm going to do this joint with 607, see how that goes. I think I got some other stuff and just doing my regular debates. Oh, when we going to get the Cliff and the Netter one?
Yeah, we got to do that. They only want to do virtual, though. Would you do that?
Yeah, I'll do the virtual if that's what they... Oh, they don't want to come to Vegas?
Nah, I prefer in person, but
yeah, I
guess we could do virtual.
I think maybe the last time... You tell them I said this. The last time we was in person, we beat their ass so bad.
Matan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one.
That's probably why he don't want to do it in person.
That one got a lot of views.
But I don't mind doing it virtual. And if there's... I still would like... I'm going to say it on your live stream. I still would like to speak with... who did I ask you about before? Nick Fuentes.
Fuentes, yeah. He turned it down last time, but now he's in some drama with Blazarian. Did you see that? Him and Dan Blazarian are beefing heavy.
Yeah.
Jake Shields just cut off Nick Fuentes as well.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell Nick. Tell him talk to the black.
All right, Nick. You're watching this now. See you guys.
See y'all, man. Peace, man.
Share content. I know y'all liking it, and I love y'all for liking it. So make sure you put a like, comment, even share it. Even if your comment is negative, I'ma rock with it. I'ma thumb it up. I might even heart it. But go ahead and give a comment. Go ahead and give a like. Go ahead and give a share. Shalom.